Condolence and condolences. If one of my phone calls are just a thing, you're the one I always would do. You're such a funny man. So funny.
You've had buttons for too many years, and people have been given permission long enough to push your buttons, to trigger you, to punk you, to corner you, to box you in, to put the lids and put the labels all over you, and you have just conformed to this place of misery. It's time to break through. You've lost long enough. You've been in your learning season long enough. It's time to apply.
It is not about worrying about what's going to happen tomorrow, because guess what? Tomorrow doesn't owe you or me anything. As a matter of fact, tomorrow has already made up its mind. You have this moment. You can't worry about yesterday, because yesterday is not coming back to look for you. Whatever you had the chance to do yesterday won't come back. But you have this moment. You have this chance to do something great with this life that you have been given.
At some point, you gotta sit back and think to yourself, you know what? I've been here too long. I've thought like this too long. I've hurt too long. I've been fractured long enough. I've been broken long enough. I've been mad long enough. I've been depressed long enough. You know what? I've been here too long. It's time for me to go. We all have to get here where we realize we have not adapted to the current times. This is not losing yourself. This is finding your next level. The question is, are you willing to adapt? Adaptability is the bridge to the future. I need to be able to adapt cognitively. I gotta be able to adapt emotionally, my personality, my behavior, my language, my thinking. I've got to be able to adapt, and it is only when I'm willing to accept this reality that I can have my future.
We all got a responsibility. We all got to be accountable. We all got to put in work. But don't give up. Because there's somebody out there right now that is hurting. There's somebody out there right now that is struggling. There's somebody out there right now that's got it a little bit tougher than you do. So why are you going to give up now?
Every single day, you are either losing ground or gaining ground. The choice is yours. But this time, make it personal. If you can make it personal, it's personal. It doesn't start with them and they. It starts with me. It starts with me. I don't know who I'm talking to. I don't know what you've been called to do, what you've been called to accomplish, what you've been destined to build. I'm just wondering if you are moved enough, caring enough, if you can believe in your dream again, if you can get committed. See, when you get personal, when you make it personal, everything changes. I'm talking to that athlete. I'm talking to that musician. Come on, who are you out there? That philosopher, that engineer, that thought leader, that critical thinker. Come on, that captain of industry. I'm talking to you when your personal life lines up with your purpose. Then public authority is yours. You want influence? I'm not talking about just fame. I'm talking about influence, the power to change people's lives. Everybody wants public authority, but nobody wants private discipline. When your habits change behind the scenes, when your private life begins to shift, when you put aside the things that are not serving you, where's your integrity behind the scenes? Come on, where are your values behind the scenes? What do your habits look like behind the scenes? Come on, what kind of work are you putting in behind the scenes? Come on, write it again. Come on, believe it again. Come on, sing again, record the song again. Come on. It starts with where you are and where you're going. Can you look ahead? Can you stretch for it? Can you condition yourself? Can you prepare yourself for the next thing? Come on. What did God put in you? Release it to the world. If it's going to be personal, make it personal. Don't just be great in public, be great in private. If you can see it in your head, you can hold it in your hands. But the question I want to ask you is, are you committed? Everything in my life breathes and eats this purpose that I have. I gotta make it personal. It starts with me. When it starts with me, it ends with me. I don't know where you are in your game of life. You may be in your third quarter, your first quarter, your second half, and this time it's got to be personal. See, last time you were just running through the plays. Last time you were just running the songs that you rehearsed in rehearsal. Last time you were just going through the motions and you got numb. Come on, and you got tired and weary, and now you're broken and bitter and angry because you lost. And I'm just wondering if you're courageous enough, bold enough, if you have enough faith, if you have enough inside of you resilience to come back to the scene and make it personal.
So I don't know
And you
what
may
I
not
was
feel
thinking, but I
qualified.
think this
You may
is
not feel like you are
earlier that I was
educated
coming
enough. You may not feel like you're connected
so
enough.
somehow
You
that
may not think that enough
so
people
I'm
are
like,
aware
why
of
not
you,
come out?
cognizant of
I know
you,
why I do.
because you don't have a blue check and you're not a celebrity yet. But you got to work hard inside it. You got to
I'm
work.
still here, but I'm gonna like do a reading, I guess. Who cares?
We don't even realize how many people are watching you right now.
I don't.
The way people are checking your page, just
I don't realize. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna do. It's very dark. I'm gonna try to do it. Okay. Hello. How's it going? So, it's very dark. I'm outside, and it's also very dark. I don't know exactly how it's gonna go, and I'm kind of nervous. Just a tiny bit nervous. If you want to take a deep breath, you can. You don't necessarily have to. As I pull up my sound bowl, you don't necessarily have to. But if you want to, you can. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna do it again. 1, 2, 3. Because if I wanted a bell, I would just get a bell. I don't want a bell. Okay, so I haven't pulled anything yet. I don't know what's going on in the cards, but one thing for sure, I feel like what I'm talking about, I've definitely been dealing with a lot of resistance, a lot of pushback, a lot of et cetera, a lot of challenges. And like I said in the last video that I recorded, in the last reading that I did, it's partially because you have been so focused, because you have been so dedicated to X, Y, and Z, you know, and I feel like you are surrounded by people who are like kind of having like the mentality, people who, if they can't benefit from the success that you're achieving, they don't want to see it. You know what I mean? They'd rather like stomp on it and like spin on it. You know what I mean? It's really weird behavior. I personally don't understand it, but that's the energy that's going on. We do have new moon in Gemini, new moon in Sagittarius. Gemini energy, Sagittarius energy, and then there's that message, that energy of duality, you know, because Gemini and Sagittarius are like technical opposites, so there's an energy of balance and duality and stuff like that. But we have communication is key in representing yourself. For some of you, this is just a reminder, this is just a reminder that like, you're doing really good, you're doing really well right now. Don't let your past hold you back. It might be really easy for you to think about the past, to think about what has happened to you. And for some of you, that's exactly what people want. Like there are people who actually want you to like be stuck in the past because you're making so much progress, because you're so advanced, and it's really quite sad. Because without getting too personal, I guess, because it's like the people that are hating on you could also definitely get to where you're at and like do sort of things like you're doing, but they refuse to grow up, they refuse to mature, you know. And it's not necessarily like I'm just gonna be stubborn, it's more of a like, it's a very painful process, and I know that it's going to be, my soul knows that it's going to be painful, and I don't want a confirmation, I don't want to go through that. And so that's more so what it is. It's not necessarily just like, oh, I don't want to be a better person. It's more so, I'm afraid of the pain that comes with being a better person. Okay, so I just had my alarm go off, and then literally at the same time, I got a YouTube notification, so that's confirmation. 242 on the clock, 545 on the, or 242 on the timer, 545 on the clock, whatever. If I can get these freaking out of the deck, that'd be awesome. But you know, whoever I'm talking to, I feel like you're dealing with a lot of crabs in the bucket. And I don't think you're really too concerned with that. I think you're more so just like annoyed that they keep like distracting you and interrupting you. But for the most part, I do feel like you're doing really well. I do think that you're doing really well at navigating and moving out of the way. You know, before this moment, I actually was recording a video for YouTube, and it actually stopped. It wouldn't let me record the whole video because I ran out of storage. So I have to delete videos at some point. That could be relevant for somebody, like somebody's running out of storage, either literally or like metaphorically. Like somebody's needing more rest. Somebody's needing more. Hey Projan, good morning, hello. I'm recording a video over here, so I'm not really over here, but hello, hope you're well. Okay, I'm back. Also, not sorry for the lighting. I decided to get up before the sun came up, so it's kind of do that. I also don't have a lighting. I had one, but I don't have it now. Anyways, whoever I'm talking to, what's going on? We have the Queen of Pentacles. This could be your energy. This could be your energy. Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles is generally somebody who, oh, and then as I say that, we have Ace of Cups. This could be you, this could also be somebody else. The Queen of Cups is generally somebody who is very good with their money, good with their finances. And even if we're not talking about money, they're just generally very grounded within themselves. They have a good head on their shoulders, you know? They know how to rule with compassion, with understanding, and all that jazz. And then as I said that, let's get Ace of Cups is here. And somebody could be coming towards you, you could be moving towards somebody with a love offer. And it doesn't have to be romantic. I feel like everybody hears love and they immediately think romantic. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be a friendship, it could be like a family member. But it's generally something that involves love. Like there's a heart-based sentiment that is being brought to you. Maybe the Six of Wands. But once again, for the most part, I do feel like you're very focused on money and career and like success and stuff like that. And for some of you, you definitely have been getting more attention when it comes to your career, when it comes to your business, when it comes to your all that stuff. We have the Ten of Cups here. And whoever I'm talking to, I feel like you are definitely trying to, like I'm hearing, you're trying to find ways to be content with where you are. Because for the most part, once again, like I said in the beginning, like you're surrounded by people who are like crab in a bucket sort of mentality, people who don't want to see you win unless it can benefit them. Very selfish individuals. And like we're not talking too much about that, because once again, you're more so focused on yourself, as you should be. But you're finding ways to like find contentment with where you are. This could be a living situation, it could also be a work situation, it could be a relationship, it could be a bunch of different things, but like either way, you're trying to find peace and joy throughout all the chaos, throughout all the nonsense. And once again, for the most part, I think you're doing pretty good. What do we need to hear at this current time? What do we need to hear? So let's go, we have the Five of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is about scarcity. It's about not feeling like you're enough. It's about not having enough, feeling left out in the cold, stuff like that. Meanwhile, the Nine of Pentacles is literally the opposite. It's like the energy of like, I have all that I fucking need, and you can't tell me otherwise. Even if you don't see it, even if it's not here, I have all that I need, and it's okay. Similar to the Queen of Pentacles energy, and I feel like this is your natural energy. I feel like you're just naturally somebody who's very abundant, very like grounded. You know what I mean? Like even if you don't have it, you still have it. Spiritually, energetically, you know what I mean? And the people that you're, dealing with don't really like that. And I keep going back to that. Some of you could be hyper-focused on the people around you. Some of you could be seeking validation. And I'm going to just say right now, please stop. Please stop. Like, easier said than done, but please stop. You should not give a fuck what these people have to say about you or what they have to think about you, because these people don't even like themselves. They don't even want the best for themselves, you know what I mean? And that sounds kind of harsh, but that's what it is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people who like actively shit on you for just being you, people who actively like, try to tear you down just for being yourself, just for being happy, those are not the people you want to respect you. Like, you know what I mean? And like, obviously any situation requires respect. Like, you should be wanting to get respect, period. But at the same time, you can't force people to respect you. You can do things to try to make them try to make them respect you, but you can't actively force people to respect you. And that's a message for somebody like you're focused way too much on people who are never going to respect you. Even if they do respect you, it's probably not going to be true respect, because there's that underlying feeling of like, you make me feel inadequate, and I don't like that, so I have to like do things to hurt you. You know, that's the energy. It's like, and for the most part, I don't think they're taking it personally, but it's still just like the energy of like, objectively, this is not good for what I'm trying to build towards. You know what I mean? So that's the energy. What else is going on? What else is happening? What do we need to hear? Slow and steady is something I'm hearing. Slow and steady wins the race. And I don't know, some of you, I feel like maybe you're at this place where you're a little bit impatient with the Page of Wands here, Queen of Wands here. I feel like there's a little bit of impatience here because you've been working for so long and so diligently at this thing. And like, quite honestly, if you didn't have the people around you, you probably would have already achieved this thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you had people around you who actually supported you and actually wanted the best for you, you probably would have already achieved these things and then some. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we can only work with what we have, and so you're working with what you have, and it's taking longer than you would like, but eventually you'll get there. Eventually you will get to the finish line, and it will be glorious. It will be amazing. It will be beautiful, and it'll be very worth it because you didn't give up on yourself. You know what I mean? So I'm running out of time, so I'm gonna close this out. I hope you know Jesus loves you. I hope you know miracles happen all the freaking time. Whatever you're going through is very temporary, and keep your head up. Drink lots of water. Peace and fire. Okay. I'm saving the draft. Hold on. I don't know if anybody's here. Hold on. The sun's not out yet. I got up way too early. Excuse me. But good morning. Hello. And then of course, the people come out. Not with me though. Hello. You are there. That was a joke. Obviously, why is the sun not out today? I could have sworn I came out around this time yesterday, but I don't. Maybe I was here. My perception of time is not the most consistent or accurate, I think. I think it's accurate, but it's like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. Hello, welcome. I'm sorry for the bad day. I have to do better next time. I have to plan better. But I don't have a ring light or anything like that. I used to. I don't. I'm such a fool. Say I love you. I'm such a fool. Say I love you. Good morning. Hello. My internet's being really slow. Oh, I guess I could turn this back on.
Work when nobody's watching. You gotta sacrifice behind the scenes. You gotta take it personal. When you take it personal, your private life changes. When you are committed, you give everything you have. Every single week, every single day, every single hour, every single minute, 720 hours a month, you are beating on your craft. Even when you're at work, you're dreaming, you're thinking, you're vision casting, you're writing it down, making it play, communicating to your destiny connections so that it can become a reality. It's time to take a deep dive into the deeper parts of yourself. When you take something personal, it gets personal. If I pulled up your search history, what would I find? Would you still be an example to the world? If I went through your house, how personal is your purpose?
Would it be something that you're actually proud of? Would you be able to be proud of?
Let yourself go, fall free into it. Step into it. You are worthy. You are an unforgettable miracle, and there is none like you in all the earth. There will never be another you. Your DNA, your fingerprint, come on, your gait, your presence, your authenticity, come on, you're special. You're special and you're necessary.
Like, different.
Imagine
kings
being
and
able to
different
build an
kingdoms.
app with your name on
Apparently,
it
fun fact.
just by thinking.
Apparently, did you know that King Henry? I think it was King Henry. Was it King Henry? One of the kings from France. He was the king of France, and he grew to be 76 years old, I think, or 74 years old, and he ruled technically. I don't know how that looked in the application, but he ruled technically since he was 4 years old. And technically, but then he didn't actually do anything, I guess, until he was like 22 when his successor died. Which is really interesting, I think, because it's like, why was he 4 years old and
Thinking about it.
considered
Meet
the king?
Base 44.
I think it was
complete
King.
AI
I'm
creation
trying to remember what
platform.
king it was. I think it was King
Describe what you
Henry.
want.
I want to say King Henry, but I feel like that's
And
not who it was. I don't think that's who it was. I don't remember. I looked it up. But whatever.
I told you, I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. 3 o'clock in the morning. Every day, 3 o'clock in the morning. And so there's some days when
Somebody
I
could
wake up.
remember.
I just woke up recently and it was 2:45. I looked at the clock and I said, look, between me and you, we got an agreement. It's 3 o'clock. It's 2:45 right now. Like, listen to me very close. Technically, I have 15 minutes. Technically, I have 15 more minutes. I never told the world that I wake up at 2:45, ever. I say 3 o'clock. But when I looked at the clock said 2:45. And the average person in me said, E.T.
Would have went back to sleep. The average person would have went back to sleep.
You got 15 minutes.
But you gotta get up. You gotta do it, man. Gotta
Phenomenal
live it.
people said, E.T., if you go back to sleep for those 15 minutes, there's no guarantee you're gonna get up at 3 o'clock.
Right.
If you go back to sleep right now, you might wake up and it's 4 o'clock.
Right.
You
I
might
feel
wake
that.
up and it's
I've been
5
there. I've done
o'clock.
that.
You
I've
might
done
wake
that.
up at 6 o'clock.
That's funny.
All you have
Because
is
I'm like,
right
I get up early. I don't get up at a specific time. I'm supposed to. I have a schedule now. But I don't get up at a specific time, but I do get up very early. And sometimes I'm like, I don't want to get up right now. And like, I don't know. Me personally, I rationalize it because it's like, I do get up early, so I don't really, sometimes it's okay if I don't get up early.
To
But
get this thing done, and I'm gonna make my dreams become a reality.
a lot of people are lazy.
So I need you to do a
Unfortunately.
huge favor. I need you to be a huge favor. I need you not only to want to be a beast,
But to actually
when you
be a
leave this
beast.
place, huge favor. E.T. is asking you of one thing. When
E.T.?
you leave this place,
Who's E.T.?
I need
Is
you
that
to
his
get in
nickname or
beast
something?
mode
Who the heck
and
is
stay
E.T.?
in beast mode.
Why did he
You got
mention the
one life
alien
to live. It's time to get it
E.T.?
done. Are you tired?
I'm confused as to why he
of just
mentioned
thinking
E.T.
about it? You're
You live such
focused
a fun
on the risk more than you are the reward. You're focused on the pain of the process more than you are the glory on the other side. You're listening to the wrong people. You're listening to the wrong voices. You are subscribed to the wrong programs of thinking. And you stop waiting to feel like it. Stop waiting for the conditions to be perfect. They're never going to be perfect. You're not going to always feel like it. You're not going to always see it. You're not going to always have a resource. You're not going to always have a handout. The question is, how bad?
How bad do you want it?
This?
How bad?
How bad?
Do you want
Do
it?
you want this?
You say you want
Are
it,
you willing to sacrifice?
but here you are,
Are
watching
you
me.
willing to let go of some things? Are you willing to put the work in? Are you ready to be consistent? Are you tired of this version of yourself? The prize goes to the hardest worker in the room. As an individual, I need you to get your schedule up. I need you to get your life up. I need you to get your words up. I need you to get your heart up. I need you to get your action up. I need you to get to a place that every
Get your
single
money
thing
up,
that
get your
you
funny
do
up,
is
get all of it up.
phenomenal, so that the life you want to live.
And you don't need to do it
lasts
by
forever.
hating on other people.
You're not putting forth 110%. You're not all in. Let me tell you something. You get to that point. You get to that point when you do exactly what you said you're going to do. You're going to get to the next level. All right, so let's get started. Let's get started. Let's get started.
Let's get started. I don't know what we're starting, but there's an advertisement. Good morning. I don't know who's here, but hello.
Writing is how
You live such a funny
you pitch,
way
lead,
of
hire, and
saying I
connect with other
love you.
people. Now, Grammarly is great because it has a free version that handles grammar, tone, and clarity. But Grammarly Pro is where it really gets powerful because I can literally rewrite my paragraphs.
I couldn't skip the ad. I was like, it wouldn't let me move to the freaking skip.
Stop waiting
Good morning.
to
Hello.
feel it.
My internet is so bad right now. I'm trying to do something on my phone and it's not letting me. Well, it's just being really slow. I'm being impatient, I guess. I'm being impatient.
If you can hear my voice, if you are tired of where you are, if you are tired of not hitting your targets, if you are tired of not being aimed and intentional and assertive and consistent, you have everything you need to get started. Stop waiting for the weather to change in your life. Stop waiting for the perfect conditions. Stop waiting for a handout. Stop waiting for everybody to believe in you and cheer for you and affirm you. Your dreams are phenomenal. In your dreams, your bank account is phenomenal. The life that you have for yourself is phenomenal. The things that you do, the way that you live, what you have is phenomenal. But you as an individual, you're average. And what I'm challenging you to do is to go from average to good, from good to great, and from great to phenomenal. Enough is enough. I'm getting out of this place, and I got stuff to do. I've got assignments to finish. I've got a destiny to fulfill. I am sick and tired. I'm no longer willing to tolerate this place of misery and pain. Everybody's got a dream. Everybody's got a goal. Everybody wants something in life. But many of you in this room right now, your beast mode is idle. Your beast mode is not turned on. And when you leave this place, I'm telling you, your life is going to go to a whole other level if you can learn to turn that switch on and keep that switch on. When you take that kind of action, when you have that dedication, when you show that kind of passion, when you put in that kind of work, you can't help but win. Because limits exist only in the mind. You will meet many challenges. Many things will come at you. There are going to be times that you're going to want to give up. But you don't have the permission to do so.
Don't do it.
You must carry on the good fight.
So slow.
What good is your greatness if you don't stand on it? How can you hold on to who you really are inside if you let everything else tell you that you're not worthy? You got two options. You can give up or get up. This is your day. Get up and beat yourself from yesterday. What are you made of? What is your DNA? What is your mentality? What are the skill sets? Come on, start to write down the vision. I need you to rise and grind. Oh, you're not hearing what I'm saying. I said it all starts with your mindset. See, the true definition of mindset is
Stretching. Hello.
the driving force in the quest for success and achievement. A mindset that combines discipline, strength, confidence, and ambition is a powerful mindset. Be faithful. Be productive. Put away the destructive mindset. Let the world know that you matter. Believe in every step that you take. I know you've got some doubt and you've got some uncertainty and you hate the image that you see in the mirror and you hate the way your money looks and your relationships look and people that you've given your all to keep walking out on you. I know you feel stuck in reverse. I know you feel like you're underpaid and undervalued and overlooked. But listen, this is the day that everything changes. Get up, rise and grind. Get up and get after it. That's what's gonna separate you from the pack. You're not scared to get uncomfortable. Rise and grind and wake up with a renewed spirit. Wake up with a renewed passion. Just need you to be 1% better than you were yesterday. If you can be 1% better than you were yesterday, you're making progress.
Because then that would have been really.
Get more when you bundle and save at Bob's Discount Furniture. That means you can bundle the gorgeous Spencer panel bed with a matching dresser, mirror, and nightstand and save $200. So shop now and get more when you bundle and save with Bob's.
Earning a bachelor's degree doesn't have to put your life on hold. Not only does WGU have a generous transfer policy, but you get to complete coursework whenever works best for you. Study and take tests on your lunch break, after the kids go to bed, or with your morning coffee. Learn more and get started at wgu.edu.
Now is your time. Now is the time
It is
where
up
the
to you,
talking
Doc.
is done. Now is the moment where you got to make a decision. And the decision is simply this. Are you ready to take the next step? Listen, no more stressing. That's it. I'm not about to let you stress anymore. The stress about graduating is over. The stress about that paper you got to write, the stress about the new coming year, the stress about going to school, the stress about those grades. I'm not about to let you stress. No, that stress is over. Now is the time for you to stand up.
You can travel the world and study students and their behaviors and their mindsets. There is a science behind achievement.
Now it's time for you to get fueled up. Yeah, I want you to get mad. I want you to get sick and tired of being sick and tired. I want you to get sick and tired of being average.
When you want to let go, when you want to surrender, when you want to stop, when you're ready to quit, when you have failed and failed again. Let me remind you what got you here. Remember how you felt when you started. You were hungry. Hunger got you here. A strong desire got you here. You were desperate to break curses in your family. You were desperate to break the cycle of poverty and depression. You were desperate. Hunger got you here. Remember this. Every dream requires discipline. Every dream requires discipline.
I want you to get sick and tired of failing over and over again. I want you to get mad. Yeah, I want you to get so mad that you start studying like you never studied before. I want you to get so mad that you go ahead and buy some books. I want you to get so mad that you grab a tutor. I want you to get so mad like you've never done your homework before. I need you to get fired up. Are you ready? Are you ready? Because now is your time.
Life is a test. And in life, there are ups and there are downs. And so accept the responsibility. See yourself as primarily responsible for your outcomes and your experiences. You are going to need discipline. Motivation will help you get started. But discipline is going to keep you on the road to your destiny. You got to be self-motivated. You got to find purpose in what you do by discovering personally meaningful goals and dreams. If you're going to be a successful student, if you're going to come out on top, you've got to start managing your time.
The rigors of academic life can be brutal. Long days of classes, long nights of studying, and low cash flow requires you to be frugal. Projects, case studies, pop quizzes, and final exams will test your morals and your scruples. But you keep pushing and pushing, because you know one day, all of that hard work and studying will pay off and be fruitful. They didn't know that you had that hustle in you. They didn't know that the beast that you were becoming, they wasn't doing anything but add more fuel to the fire. They didn't understand what it felt like to struggle. They didn't understand that the competition was you. All the haters that went against you, all the people that doubted you, they didn't know who you was becoming. You've seen many others succumb to academic demise. And and wind up with the wrong letter on their transcript. The dreaded W, which painfully stands for withdrawal. But that's where you draw the line, because you made a vow to choose incline over decline. Fast forward over rewind, redesign over recline, and hard grind over pout and wine. You made the choice to dig deep within. And thus the only W you will ever get will be the W that stands for win. Because winners like you pick themselves up when they stumble and slip. Winners like you understand that it's impossible to never trip. Winners like you are strong enough to say no when their friends want them to take a sip. Winners like you trust the process, so steps they never ever try and skip. And that chip on your shoulder, it remains to remind you of all the doubters, naysayers, and haters that said you would never walk across that stage and receive that paper. But more fuel for your fire just makes success so much greater. Because you're overcoming the sour taste of now to get to the sweet taste of later. You adjust to all the different personalities of your teachers and professors and enjoy those that are super cool.
I'm gonna turn this on. Just... Okay. I hope you have a nice rest of your day or whatever. Hope you set out to achieve your goals and all that jazz. And keep that up. Keep the faith up. What? Keep the head up. Keep the faith. Keep your head up. Deuces.